one by one. So first we'll take off Mr. Logeshwaran 5537, and he's talked about no he's asked about Rajesh Export and Polyplex stock review, and today we are going to take that. And guys, as I told you earlier also, if you have any stock queries, do type in the comment box. We are normally take that and we show you the review of that stock so it can help you whether to invest in that stock or not. So let us start, and do subscribe our channel and do like this video and do share it as many as possible, because at the end the goal of mine is nothing but to help you to take a better decision when you are selecting a stock. My name is Siyata Pandoshi. So let us start our review now. First review will take off I think Rajesh Export. Yes. So let us do a review of Rajesh Export. You know Rajesh Export, one of the, you can say, no, most famous stock. I don't know how many times I got and no question about Rajesh Export, and in the past also I've seen many retail investors are very much indulge in this stock, and they've invested and they are very much fancy this stock. So let us have a deep dive about Rajesh Export first. Then we'll talk about Polypex. So talking about Rajesh Export, guys, let me open the chart, not chart, but basically screener, and let us see the fundamental of that. So talking about Rajesh Export, as you can see here, the market cap is around 10,000 crore rupees. Okay, and overall the current price is 343. Stock P is quite low, 8.87. ROC is little bit low. ROE is also low, 10.5. You should have at least around 15p ROE. That will help you a lot. So yes, overall, if you can see, of course, they are not giving dividend. Let us go and deep dive about the chart first. So if you see the chart in 5 years, the stock has not done so much overall. It was there in a range, and just a minute, I'll just keep it here like this way. Okay, so if you see here, the stock was there in a range, and however, after that, no, there was a jump here coming. That was in April 2021 to it has gone down up from almost 500 to almost 900. Then again down, gone down, again gone up. It is now gone up to 950, 960. But then there is a big drop in the stock again with a very, very high volume. Now, the main reason which I've seen over the time for this stock is nothing but in the last quarter the result was bad, and that is one of the reason. If you see the P ratio, you may see that P ratio is very low. The reason is one of the, now the retail investors are losing confidence in this stock, and that's why you are getting a low P ratio. If you see here, somehow if you can see here that basically EPS has gone up. Okay, like P ratio is going down. That means that investor is losing confidence from this stock, whether this work or not. That is their problem. Again, enterprise value per EBITDA, if you see here, the EBITDA is almost stagnant, but enterprise value is falling. Now, why enterprise value is falling? Because when you calculate an enterprise value formula, there comes the market price also, and if the market price fall, of course your enterprise value will fall, and that is what's happening, and that's why you feel that okay, it is much more cheaper. But no, there is an not turn here, that here you have to see not only this, you have to see what is the future process, and lot many other thing is management also. I'll talk about that in detail, but that you have to keep in mind. Just because the stock is available at a lower P does not warrant that you should invest in this stock. Okay, if we talk about price to book value, you can see that has also gone down a lot. uh, Basically book value is on a higher, but because the price is going down, it is going down overall. And sales and margin, let us talk about sales and margin. You can see here the red line is gross profit margin, which has literally fallen from 22 to almost, you can see the big drop coming. Everything, operating margin and net profit margin, everything has fallen a lot. Quarter sales, of course, it has fallen a lot. And again, you know that no, it is there in the jewelry business, and that is where they are facing a lot of issue. Now, if you talk about pros and cons, now basically company has a reduced debt, company has a debt free, so all this thing is overall good. Even book value is very less. But that here, if you take the cons, no, company has low return of 9. 9% over last year. Dividend paying is 2.80. So that's okay. Now let us compare with the peers comparison. Now, of course, Rajesh Export, you may compare with Titan. Now, Titan, of course, it is expensive. Almost you can say 92 P. Our Rajesh Export is almost 8 P. Very low P. But you can see the difference here. Of course, the growth is, you can see Titan has consistently growth at a much more high level. Even Rajesh as well as a decent growth. The only problem is this profit margin. You can see here the profit margin has grown in last 3 years by almost 5.9% only. Okay, that is very less CAGR. Again, you can see 3 years return is quite less. So basically, what is happening? Even the Kalyan Jewelers figures are much better compared to, you can say, the Rajesh Export. So it's not just because it's a small stock, it will run. You have to see the fundamental also, what is happening. Even from each aspect, if you see the free cash flow last 3 years, it is almost in minus 9,852 crores. And you can see a 4,000 crore positive for Titan, and Kalyan, it is 1,500 crore positive. And that is an operating profit margin 0.36. So these are the ratio which is not giving you a comfort overall. Okay, now if you talk about quarterly result, now why the stock has fallen so much? The main reason was, you can see here the drop in the sales. You can see that in December it has gone up to 94,000, then March 115,000, and you can see such a big drop. Correct. And this is where there is a problem. You can see the net profit has gone down 422 to almost 45, one tenth ho gaya. That's a EPS from 14.28, it has gone to 1.53. And this is where things literally goes wrong for the Rajesh Exo, and that's why you can see the massive fall. Now, the main thing is, you may say, Tapan, ठीक है, चलो अभी ये गिर गया. What does it mean? Now, is it going to recover? Shall I invest in this stock? And looking at the Rajesh Export, guys, one thing I wanted to tell you, this is the stock which many of the retail investors is handling left, right, and center. Again, whenever there'll be a recovery, if the sale goes up, lot many selling pressure is going to come at a higher level, because whoever is no stuck in this stock, they'll sell at a higher level. The way it has happened in Adani going on, no, at every high level, Adani stocks may say a selling figure, because once the stock is in a problem, no, then it is gone out of the radar of the speculator and all that, guys. And again, then the normalcy will come, and then the valuation will play a big role. And market will always prefer a stock which is giving you a consistent return. Now, if Titan is giving you a consistent return, if Kalyan is little bit giving a consistent, then why one will go to the Rajesh Exos? That is what you have to think about. And that's why, do not invest in a stock just because of fancy. I've seen over the time retail investor, just some stock is going up and there is lot of buzz going on, we literally go and invest here. Please don't go invest like that, because this is a hard-earned money. So talking about Rajesh, if I take a look at it, no, one of the main reason is this. And let me share you another big reason why Rajesh Export is not doing well is the management. Okay, now talking on management, why? Because the management has actually failed to provide their result. Okay, agar aap ye dekho, financial stock has sought out. Now this is just recently only, this has happened on basically 1 minute. I'll just show you where the date of it. It was only 17th November. So it's a recent filing only, where their Rajesh Export has failed to provide the data. Again, they are not disclosing their cash flow statement. You know how much negative cash flow it was, around 9,800 crore rupees in last 3 years. The company has shown a turnaround. They failed to disclose half yearly cash flow statement prior to audit along with the quarterly result, and that is where you have a problem. Okay, now why should you invest in a stock where management is not disclosing the thing? You can see here, the manufacturer not put out audit report and comparatively number of cash flow statement announced in financial trend in fourth quarterly result. Now this is completely absence of a vital documents reveals a recurring pattern of governance lapses. Now, if there is a governance lapses in any stock, my sincere suggestion to you guys, be careful in that stock. देखो क्या होता है, मैनेजमेंट इज द गाय नो हु कैन bring the stock much more at a higher level and much more at a lower level, even bring it to zero also. And if there is a problem in the management, see, now you may say it's a audit problem, why they are not disclosing. At the end, it is management only who is not disclosing. So be careful on this part, no, because if this type of vital document disclosure is not there, that is why we have to careful. So that's why if you take this angle, no, it's a complete no to invest in the stock now, guys. It is just a suggestion from my side. No, you should consult your financial consultant before investing. So this is all about Rajesh Export. Now let us talk about Polycaps. So Polycaps, let us do a research on that stock. So 1 minute, I'll just open the, yeah. So Polyplex Corporation, this was another stock which was asked. Now, if you see this stock, guys, okay, now here the stock PE was on a higher side, 47. ROC, ROE is almost around 10 only. Okay, the market cap is almost a small cap stock. And if you see over the years, the result stock price, no, it has gone up a lot from, you can say that 300 to in 2022, almost in Jan, not Jan, but maybe March, April 2022, it has almost gone 300 to almost 2,500. Almost, you can say that six times, seven times return. But however, after that, there is a big fall in the market. So one of a way to see why there is a big fall and why P ratio is still higher is that you can see here, the main reason it is that there is a big fall on the EPS front. You can see, देखो कितना बड़ा drop है from October to July. This quarterly result is not going good. Again, that's why the P ratio has gone up. Because what is P ratio? Price divided by EPS. If your EPS is denominator is falling, then suddenly your P ratio will be looking much more higher. And that is what is happening with this stock. And if you take other ratios also, no, the same thing you will able to see. Now, okay, we wait EBITDA same way it is actually enterprise value. Now, enterprise value by EBITDA is nothing, you know that it calculates the basically stock price also. Still, the stock price has not fallen compared to what the basically EPS has fallen. So that's why you have to be careful here. If we take sales and margin, so a drop in sales and margin percentage is coming. You can see gross profit margin was above around 47, 48, which has fallen to below 30 level. Operating margin also fallen for almost 24, 25 to maybe below 10 level. And that is what net profit margin also fallen by almost 19, 20 to almost below 10%. 10% almost, maybe you can say 3 to 5%. So there is a big drop there. Now let us see what are the pros and cons. So company is reducing the debt. Stock is trading 0.97 book value, very cheaper. But you know what is the biggest problem of Polycax is that nothing, that promoter has pledged 100% of the shareholding. Now this is the complete no from any side, fundamental side, that if a promoter is actually pledging 100% of his holding, then there is a big problem. Because if there is a drop in the prices and promoter, you know, the promoter when they pledge, okay, क्या होता है कि banks give the collateral based on the stock price. Now, if the stock price fall, then of course the bank has to recover money. Then they'll start selling the share, and if they start selling the shares, then there will be a mayhem in the stock. And that is why this is one of the biggest factor which you have to keep in mind. No, if you are investing, because this is a completely negative thing. Again, Polyplex, if you compare with the other competitors, okay, I think it is a much more cheaper stock available. Okay, cheaper means current CMP divided by book value. However, P ratio has gone high because of earnings. Now, as I told you, P ratio is going to remain. That means price has not fallen the way the earnings has fallen. So that is again a fear that whether it will fall more. Again, if you talk about industry P is 22, so much more on a higher side. ROE and all that is okay. Sales growth, you can see here 14% negative. Okay. And if you take 3 years, profitability is 11%, sales is around 19%. So this is what some of the points you have to keep in mind when you are analyzing Polyplex. And also guys, just to see the quarterly result. Now quarterly result में क्या हो रहा है यहाँ, ये देखो, ये जो सडनली ड्रॉप आ जाता है ना, माइनस में चला जाए, एक्चुअली सेल्स तो ठीक है ओवरऑल, बट देन देयर इज अ ड्रॉप अगेन द 48. नाउ इन बिटवीन देयर वाज ऑलमोस्ट 304 crore profit was there. From that it is literally gone to negative. Correct? You can see this trend. No, this trend is showing you something. There is something going wrong in this company, and this is what we as an investor has to invest. Understand what is going wrong and why this is happening. Of course, the material cost is going up. You can see a 68%. There was a big jump, and employee cost also gone up, and that's why there was a big drop in the profitability. So this is all about the result. Now, okay, now if you talk about the growth and everything, compounding profit growth is negative. As I told you, it is coming, and again, compounding sales growth is negative this year. So normally this will only lead to a you can see the CAGR is almost going negative. So this is all about Polyplex. Now, if you talk about whether we should invest in this stock or not, well, my suggestion is you, one of the biggest factor which is completely no from my side is that 100% of the holding of management is been pledged, and that is a bigger risk. And the problem with the Polyplex is falling a lot, and if it falls a lot, then this margin will get triggered, and banks may start selling the shares also, and then there will be a big fall. Now that is what we have seen, the current fall. Is it coming through because now banks is also selling or not? That I have not checked, but yes, please keep this in mind when you are checking Polyplex. So guys, this was the two stocks, Rajesh Exports and Polyplex Corporation. Hope you like this analysis, and just type in the comment box what you learned today, and also any stocks you want to review, please write it down. And if you think we are doing a good job, do subscribe our channel, and also do like the video, and please share it to any one of your friends, relative. And also how we are doing this fundamental analysis, no, the link is given below in the comment box. That is our workshop. We are doing a weekly workshop, and no, you can attend it free of charge. The costing is free, and 1500 rupees we are giving completely free, so you can attend that and it will help you a lot. So guys, thank you very much, and I'll see you soon tomorrow morning. Okay, bye bye.